So hello and welcome back to a brand new season of the Ground Cinnamon. So the ones who've been following me on Instagram would have known that I was on my way to Goa. And here I am at my brother's apartment in Goa, and he's provided me this lovely kitchen from which I will be carrying out my next couple of seasons. So as soon as I reached Goa, my mum had this urge to go to the fish market. And over there, I was lucky enough to find some lovely prawns. So here we have some prawns. And so I thought that I would kick off this brand new season with some prawn balchao. Now, prawn balchao is extremely easy to make. It's a pickling dish, actually, but over time it's become more like a curry. And so I'll be showing you how to make it. Now, prawn balchao has three components. It has the prawn itself, and this is about 500 grams of prawns. I have deveined it and I have gotten rid of the tail. A lot of people don't like the tail. Honestly, I love it. I love the tail, and it is nice and crunchy. I don't know why people don't like it. But yes, there's some deveined prawns. Along with that, you will need some curry spices and aromatics. So for the aromatics, here I have two medium-sized onions. They've been diced. Some garlic, a fair bit of garlic, and ginger. Simple, classic curry trinity: ginger, garlic, and onions. And we have a bit of the curry spices. Now, I'll show you how to make the balchao mix in a bit. What I want to get out of the way first is the prawn itself. So the deal with prawns is they are a little difficult to work with. So what happens is they tend to overcook a little quickly, and especially if you're going to make like a curry. If you had some of the prawn curries, it's like eating a rubber band. So what you want to do is you want to cook these off. You want to saute them off on a high flame and get them just right. They should be succulent. And once that's done, we will fold it into the gravy later. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with frying these prawns. In a pan, you want to get it to a medium heat, and into that I'm going to add about a tablespoon or so of oil. So let the oil come to temperature, and you want to go in with these prawns in batches. So as soon as the prawns hit the oil, you'll see them change color, and in about 20 seconds you want to flip them. Give the other side about 20 seconds and then take them off. You want to do these in batches, because if not, what's going to happen is you add all the prawns in, and the temperature of the pan is going to drop, and then it's going to suck up all that oil. You're going to have really awful prawns. So in batches, high heat, 20 seconds aside. So the prawns are ready. Now in that same pan with the same oil and the prawn drippings, you want to go in with your onions. So now here what I like to do is I like to turn my heat down a little bit. And you want these onions to cook through nicely. You want to get them to a golden brown stage. And so that's going to take some time. It's going to take about 5 minutes. And that gives us enough time to make our balchao paste. In the meantime, I've forgotten to add one thing. That is, I didn't salt the prawns before I sauteed them. Because if you salt them, they tend to lose a little bit of moisture. And again, they get a little tight, a little bit of like a rubber band. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to salt them now, after they've just been fried. So while these onions cook to glory, don't forget to stir them once in a while. Till then, we will make our balchao paste. So here, first and foremost, you want to go in with some red chilies. Now these are Kashmiri red chilies or Pyadgi chili. The advantage is it is not very hot, and it gives a lovely color, the bright red color that is associated with the balchao. What I've done to them is I've kept them soaking overnight in 50% water and 50% vinegar. I've used regular synthetic vinegar for this. So in goes these chilies. Now how many chilies are these? It is completely up to you how many chilies you want to use. So these are about 20 chilies. So what I like to add is some pepper powder. This is 1 teaspoon. Some cumin seeds. This is also 1 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon or 2 inches of cinnamon. So this is cinnamon powder. I'm going to go in with half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Don't add too much, it gets very overwhelming. Now every goan dish has cloves in it. Now if you have a khada masala or a whatever sabut masala, I like to add it into the aromatics, because if you grind it into the paste, it gets a little overwhelming and I don't like it. So what I'll be doing with this is I will be adding it with the ginger and the garlic. Now along with this, you want to go in with some mustard seeds. I'm again going in with about a teaspoon. You also want to go in with turmeric. Now turmeric, again, you have an option. Do you roast it off with your aromatics or do you add it? You can do both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roast it with the aromatics later. The most important ingredient according to me, but it's optional, yes it is some dried prawns. So you want to go in with a handful of your dried prawns. Any goan dish that you eat, it has a very specific flavor to it. What is it? It is this. It's coconut vinegar. Now coconut vinegar, you will get it in some specialty stores, but if you don't, you can use apple cider vinegar. It works pretty fine. And I'm going to go in with about 1/3 of a cup into this curry paste mixture. Now what we will do is give it a quick blend. It should come together pretty nicely. Look at that. That is the bright red color I was referring to. So as you see, the onions have got some color. What I'm going to do next is add the ginger. Now once the ginger gets a little aromatic, you want to go in with your garlic. And along with the garlic, I'm also going to add the cloves. Now again, your garlic and your cloves are going to get nice and fragrant. So before I add the curry paste, I am going to add the turmeric. You want to go in with about 1/4 of a teaspoon. That's more than enough. And what I like to do here is toast it off completely, because I don't like the rawness of the turmeric. So that's going to take about 20 seconds. And I can already smell the turmeric getting cooked. Smells nice. So we're done. What I'm going to do now is add the curry paste. So as soon as the curry paste hits the heat, you will get this whiff of the coconut vinegar, and that is the awesome part. So while this cooks away, I am also going to add a teaspoon of salt. And to loosen the consistency, I'm going to add a little bit of water. So at this point, I've reduced the heat further, and I'm going to let this cook through for another 10 to 15 minutes. And you really want all those flavors to mingle, come together, and it is going to be good. So it has been 15 minutes. I'm going to give it a quick taste. And now there's only one thing that's missing. Right, there's only one thing that's missing, and that is some sugar. You want to go in with about 2 teaspoons of white sugar, and that is to add some balance. It has a lot of heat, which has been countered with a lot of acidity. Now to balance off that acidity, you need a little bit of sugar. Otherwise, it's just going to be really hot and sour. But you want it to be complete. You want it to be a perfect sauce. So hot, sour, and sweet. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Wow. Now this sauce is ready. The Balchao paste is ready. What you want to do now is switch your heat off. Switch it off. And then add your cooked prawns to it. Now there is a little bit of residual heat. It is not going to overcook your prawns just yet. So add your prawns in, and now you just want to fold it in. See to it that every prawn is covered by that delicious gravy. Now, so that it doesn't cook any further, you immediately want to dispense it off into another bowl. So that is how you make a prawn balchao. Now a prawn balchao goes so well with some steamed rice. You can also try it with some chapatis, some flatbreads, but my favorite way to have it is with some poi. Now this is exclusive to Goa, and it is my favorite kind of bread. It is just so good, great texture, great flavor. And on the agenda in this trip is to get an authentic recipe. I'm going to go to a bakery, get an authentic recipe for some poi. So till then, I really hope you enjoyed this introductory episode. And if you liked it, do make it at home. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.